Welcome back to the Under the Influence podcast. My name's Braden, and you don't know me, but you will after this episode. Jerry and Levi, they have me on as a guest as their first intern at Christian Influence. And this episode's about what that internship looks like, what Christianity was when I was growing up, and what my testimony was, and what my plans are for after this internship is well said and done. So, hope you enjoy. Stick around.
So today we're joined by a very special guest. This is Mr. Braden Briley, also known to you guys as Goblin.
Now known to you guys as Goblin.
Yep.
No, but those watching and listening for a little while, at least this season, know that we've had an intern here in the office with us. A summer intern. He's been doing some editing and running some prayer events and community events. What was the shiver for?
The editing. I don't like it anymore.
Oh, you don't like it anymore?
No.
It's like half of Levi's job. So
I mean,
It's a lot.
I mean, I like if it was the software was different because I'm used to a different software.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
I'll get through
his
it.
phone. No,
iMovie on his phone.
But Braden has been serving as an intern here, and he's been learning how digital missions works and some of the things that we're doing.
Yawning.
Whoa, that was were we on Levi's camera for that at all? Shibs? Man, what a bummer, because it was a good look. It was funny, dude. It was.
oh, yeah.
I was trying to remain smiling while I yawned.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. It was rough. You were like, I'm like talking about what Braden's been doing this summer. So yeah, he's been doing some editing, but also more importantly, I mean, the editing is important because it gets this content out there, but also he's been running some prayer events in the Discord and running some community events and things like that. And it's been a great time. I've enjoyed having him here. He's been giving Shibs out there a break every so often, get to do some producing so that Shibs can take a break. And
You're welcome.
Yeah, very humbly as well, you know.
Yeah. The most humblest, some might say.
Yeah. You're welcome. But we wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to have him on the podcast during the internship. And since this is the, what's the word? Second to last?
Penultimate.
Thank you for saving me. The word I was going to say,
Semi-finalist.
not the right word. Yeah, semi-finale would have been better than what I was going to say. Penultimate. The penultimate episode of this season. And
I think I got where you're going with it.
yeah. Pancake. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah, since it's the penultimate episode, we wanted to have Braden sit in studio with us, spend some time talking to us about his testimony and some about his life and his internship here and why he was doing that, some of his plans moving forward. So we're excited to have him here. Thank you, Braden.
You're welcome. Before we get started, I'm just going to say, ever since this podcast came out, I wanted to be on an episode. And now it's just like full circle.
Well, here you are.
That's where dreams are made of something. I don't know how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you know.
Yeah. I always dreamed of being an on-screen UTI. a UTI guy.
A filmed UTI.
Braden, they just gave you rainbows that you have to edit in.
Yeah.
There were a lot
I'm
of
not
rainbows
doing
there.
that.
I'm
Not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
No, but like, I think one of the things I remember from this podcast is it was when you guys were still in the studio. Not this one, but the other one.
Okay.
So it was a long
Like
time
when
ago.
we first started video, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a long.
on the couch.
Yes.
It
It's a very long time ago.
The upstairs of Susie Q's.
Yeah.
I remember Matt and Jude in togas.
Yes. We were all in togas.
But I specifically remember.
Most memorable.
Yeah, I remember just seeing Jude.
Nice. All I remember was Jude in that toga.
And Matt, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been our first video season finale, right?
Yeah.
So season 3 finale, I think.
Something like that.
I think it's season 3 finale. and it was what's it called? When you get a bunch of Greek philosophers together,
Yeah,
what do we call it? A symposium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the idea. We each bring a topic and talk about it. And Jude's was AI lawyers. Dude, AI is so different now than what it was too.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, and now that's happening like a lot. It's an issue. People are like hallucinating cases that never, or not people, but by
AI,
extension, and then Matt was like, is it wrong for the government to make people over a certain BMI or whatever wear a potato sack?
Yeah.
Like as a Christian,
to force them to lose weight.
Yeah. What a topic, man. Yeah. This is before the Shib days, huh? So you weren't there for that. Did you ever see that episode, Shibs?
Early on when I was joining and helping out with this, I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of jump cutted through it, but I do remember it being a pretty heated debate between Matt and Jude about AI lawyers.
It was. Yeah, it was. That's a good point.
I have to watch that when I get home.
Yeah, I mean, it's long. It's not one of our best episodes, if I'm going to be honest.
And I don't think that we cut much out.
We cut some out.
Oh, did we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was when I was editing, I think, just before, or I was editing, I would edit the audio and be like, here, Tim, match this with the video. Horrible way to edit.
Oh, that is an awful way.
Yeah.
To edit. I could not imagine actually doing that.
And so, but I'm glad you remember that. You know, sometimes I wish I could forget some of the history of this podcast, and because it's just so different now.
Yeah.
You know, we do so differently. And then sometimes people go, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of Lore and Legend, and I'm here in Christian Influence. Oh, I'm going to listen to you guys' other one from the beginning." And I'm like,
don't do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Maybe
if I
just
were you.
watch the newest season.
Yeah, and then if you really want, work your way backwards.
Yeah.
But cool. I'm glad that you've been a long time listener to some extent.
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think I stopped listening.
He
When it got
listening.
bad, a lot of people did.
It was like after halfway through season 2,
Oh,
and then I started watching again
okay,
like halfway through season 5.
okay,
So
sure. Very cool.
yeah. So
you're like in the early days, early in high school, just like, man, some of these guys that graduated like 10 years ago have a podcast. Let's check it out. And it's just atrociously bad audio.
Yeah.
They're in togas. What's going on?
Yeah,
Why is
yeah,
my Bible
yeah.
teacher in a toga?
Good stuff.
awesome stuff.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we've basically introduced you already, but
Pretty much. Yeah.
is there anything about yourself that you would introduce yourself to the audience with? Something about you that you think people should know?
Anything extra?
I'm a recent graduate.
hey.
Yes, I finished high school. Surprisingly, I don't know how I did it. Just kidding. I'm smart.
Yeah, you're
Like
a smart kid. Well, you're not a kid anymore.
I'm a smart cookie.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
Yum.
Usually moms say that.
Yeah, but like I say it.
Oh,
I
sorry,
say it
my
to.
bad.
Wait, does that make me a mom?
No.
then? Okay.
No. Okay, recent graduate. He was also part of our youth group.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun.
Since the very beginning.
Since the beginning of the youth group. Yeah, that's
Since
true.
the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of time. It's been a while. It's been a few years. And yeah, it's been sad to see you and the other seniors graduate. I mean, cool to see that. But like saying goodbye. This is like, sad for me. The first year because we didn't really have any seniors that first year.
Mm-hmm.
And now seeing you guys move on, it's been sad for me. So it's been great to have you here with us for the summer. Some extra time.
Yeah.
Because I'll never see you again. Just kidding.
Braden also volunteers at our church.
Oh,
He does
yeah.
volunteer at a church.
Yeah, I did.
That's true. It's all connected.
Thank you, Shibs. I forgot about that.
all connected.
Yeah, I do video production. So I get there way early in the morning and I just set up my computer, get sermon notes, sermon verses, songs, and all that. And then hopefully don't make any mistakes so Levi doesn't look back at me.
Dude, I was hoping you'd say that because I have to say, one time at youth group, I'm asking, like a youth pastor does, hey guys, let's make this actionable in your lives. We're talking about fear. Like, when have you felt afraid? So then we can talk about how the gospel informs that. And I ask the group, high school and middle schoolers alike, tell me a personal example of one of the times you've been most afraid in your life.
People are saying like snakes and like spiders.
Yeah, or like when
clowns.
a family, like a relative fell.
Yeah.
Things like, or like a car accident. And
gotta be different.
Braden raises his hand. Mind you, Levi's not there this week, which was great.
Yeah.
Braden goes, probably this morning. And I went, what? Like this morning at church? He goes, yeah. Pretty much any time one of the slides is maybe slightly too late or it's not right, I'm most afraid when I look up and see Levi standing up out of his chair and walking back to me with that face, like looking at me. And I was like, whoa. One of our students just said that the most afraid he's ever been in his life is when one of his youth leaders notices he made a mistake.
Mm-hmm. It's terrifying. You gotta be in my shoes.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm on your side.
I know, but you gotta experience it. Hey, you got it.
I don't want it.
In 2 weeks, you got it.
I'm
not saying I'm not saying what you said is wild. I'm saying the stark reality of that is wild.
Yeah.
I had to find out about all of this secondhand, and I was just like, oh no. And I was like, am I gonna have all of these talks to now? Because
am I gonna sit you down?
My boss and the youth pastor comes up to me and is just like, hey, so one of the youth students, Braden,
Does this happen?
He brought up, we were doing our fun thing. We throw a little ball around and, answer questions. And I'm like, yeah, I know that thing. He's like, well, the question was, what are you most afraid of? And like, we got a lot of regular responses, a lot of regular things. And then Braden said he's most afraid of you turning around and looking at him.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's a bad look.
What?
Especially if there's no context. It's like,
it's just like,
bud, we're in trouble.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah.
But also Cody feels the same way too.
Oh God.
I think he's told me like a couple times. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And he also agreed with me at youth group.
He did. He was like, it is scary.
Oh, that's wild.
Our biggest fear is Levi Thiessen.
Ships is dead out there too.
Guilt or whatever
Yeah,
Matt did. What is
yeah.
it? He did it. D&D,
Something
remember that?
like
He was
that.
like,
Yeah,
guilt,
yeah.
shame, guilt.
Guilt.
Yeah, very good.
Uh,
Braden, tell the folks at home a little bit about you. What are some of your interests, skills, maybe long-term ambitions? Who is Braden?
Well, he's a human.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Not corrupted by AI. Not a robot,
This is an AI hologram.
Yup. No, but like skills, I like to edit. It's a key part
Not
of my
what you
job.
said earlier.
Well,
It's not what you
okay,
said
hold on.
earlier.
Let me clarify.
Yeah.
It depends on the software I'm using.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's Adobe Premiere,
Big fan. Huh?
yes, I love that. But
I'm glad that we got to challenge you.
Yeah.
It's a good way of
but
looking at it.
but
We had him using Windows Movie Maker.
iMovie,
Wild.
yeah, CapCut on my phone. No, ever since like videography class, junior year, I've ever like later half of the year they wanted me to start editing, and I was like, okay, can't be that hard. It was hard. It's hard. I don't know how I got through it, but I did.
Nice.
I don't know. I just found it easy, and it's hard to do sometimes when you don't feel like editing.
Yeah, it can be a grueling process.
Yeah.
Right.
And it takes, and keep in mind the class period is like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't do anything, and it takes like 3 days to edit. And they're like, oh, you got to get it out by like Monday.
Yeah.
And we start on Thursday.
That's like just enough time to get into like a nice workflow, and then them to be like, all right, go to history class. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, junior year, it was the last class of the day. So
That's nice.
So I could stay a little bit and work on a little bit of it.
Well, that's nice.
But this year it was my second to last class.
Okay.
So I couldn't like stay
Can you imagine if we made you edit of Lore and Legend, Levi, but you only had a 45-minute window every day? It would take months.
Impossible.
Like, because it's not even a one-to-one thing where you could be like, the 30 hours or whatever it takes me, or 20 hours.
Getting into the groove,
Give me
knowing
Adobe,
like
I got it. Just kidding.
Like, and remembering like these other parts that I edited and whatever other things across that length of time. That's rough.
So you like media production?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of why I like to do it at church too.
Yeah.
And then like long-term ambitions and stuff, missionary work, ever since freshman year going to that Mexico trip that the school has. I just loved it ever since. Been to Mexico 4 times and been to Panama one summer. It was hot. Very hot.
It was hot.
It was very hot and humid.
Yuck.
And occasional thunderstorms.
Okay.
And lightning out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Like open a cupboard door. And
wow. Yep.
Lightning.
Not really. It was just like sunny. And then after church, we go outside. Lightning, thunder, boom. Like
no
that.
dark clouds, just from the sun.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
All right.
There wasn't really like that many dark clouds. But that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So, I mean, present in that, we can see some obvious overlap in why it made sense to be like, hey, Braden, do you want to do this internship?
Yeah.
Digital media or media production, part of what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I had the opportunity to sit down with you. I was trying to get lunch with each of the seniors that had been in youth group, and when we were talking and you're like, yeah, I want to be a missionary someday. I was like, whoa, I did not know that. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool to hear. And so, this is a different kind of missions work than that kind of missions work for sure. But they're both missions in that you're going to a place where people need to hear the gospel and bringing the gospel to them. And so, yeah, very cool. I want to hear a little bit about, I don't think I've often heard about much of your testimony. And so I'm excited to get to hear about
I don't think
this.
any of you guys have that much.
I think I've little bits here and there, but
I was going to say like a little bit here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think when we got lunch that one time, it was cool to hear some of your childhood. And like we talked about with Shibs on last week, it's like, this is a thing that I think we've both been growing. At least I know I've been growing more appreciative of, like spending time hearing about how God has worked in people's lives. And but it's especially cool to hear, it'll be especially cool to hear about you because you are, like you said, a recent graduate. And so like so much that characterizes your life right now is like what's to come. But it is still important to look back and see like what God has done. So yeah, what role did Christianity have in your life while you were growing up?
I'd say it was a very present role. Like going to the school, WVCS.
Yeah. Christian school.
Yeah. I've been there since preschool.
Yeah.
And all the way to graduate. Like it's been like I've been in like the presence of God. I feel like my whole life pretty much. Also going to church every Sunday.
Yeah. That's a huge blessing.
I think that's like pretty much like the majority of it. Like it was more present when I was little, like Sunday school, all that, just like that part. It was kind of absent a little bit through like a little bit of middle school, late elementary, middle school, and then came back like freshman year, like trying to like, it's kind of like a mystery kind of like, I think like trying to like, cause I like found like the Bible and the gospel, like, oh, it's like a mystery. I like want to solve, like want to get like deeper into that, like deeper in that understanding and whatnot. So I think that's kind of like,
you mean like when you were coming into high school, that's when you started to care more about understanding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, that seems to be somewhat of a common thing for kids that grow up in Christian homes, like in a Christian environment, is there's a point where they care, right? About knowing more. What? About knowing more. I'm curious, like you said, there was a time where it was less present in your life, like in middle school. Is that because it like in middle school you just you were just like, I don't really know if I care about this, or what was it?
Like, I'd say it's like more like I knew it was present, but I was just like why, you know? Like I know I believe in everything and all that, but like why? And then like later, like high school started, and then Canary was like going into like deeper understanding of like life of Christ, all that, apologetics and whatnot, and that like made me understand like, oh, that's why. Because like in middle school we don't talk about like like apologetics, because that's like too hard for the brain to understand. You know?
Yeah.
Too complicated for our little.
Some would say
brains.
Some would say that for high schoolers it's too complicated, but I mean, you're a testament, you and a lot of the students at the school that Matt has taught, that like for high schoolers, apologetics is not a concept that's too elusive. Like you guys can understand it, and
sort of
should be. Sure. But like to varying degrees, but like it can and should be introduced. And it sounds like you are a good example of someone that like it impacted, because going into high school, it sounds like that caused you to go, oh, wait a second, like this stuff really matters.
Yeah. And it like interests me and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Like that's hugely encouraging to hear. Levi, were you trying to say something?
Oh, I just like, it sounds like that's when it more became personal to you, because you were like, you didn't know, you knew the broad things in elementary, and then in middle school, like it becomes something that like you have the ability to question it now, but you didn't have any like satisfactory grounding for it. And then found that during high school from Mr. Canary. Right? So like, what specific point would you say there was for you when you decided to place your full faith in Christ? That it wasn't just something that was put onto you, something that you understood or questioned, but like, what was that turning point of like taking Christianity on a personal level between you and God?
So like, I think I was at church, right? I was like, oh, I want to get baptized. Like, I believe that Jesus Christ is my savior and whatnot, right? And I got baptized, I think I was like 4th or 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
So a little early, and I didn't really like understand pretty much like what I was kind of believing. Like I did to like some extent, right? But, and then like once I got into high school, I was like, okay, I understand it more and whatnot. And like I kind of like fell away a little bit to some extent. Like I still believed and whatnot, but like I stopped reading my Bible and all that. And then I think summer of junior year, I was like, after like church service, they're like, oh, if anyone wants to get baptized, go to like the prayer chapel. And I was like, okay. So I went in there and they asked me questions like, do you want to get baptized? Do you believe that Jesus Christ is your savior? I was like, yes, I want to. I want to get baptized again. Because like, I understood it more, right?
Yeah.
And then I forgot that they have you go on stage before like the baptism. So I'm wearing like black shorts, a shirt that said made new, and then no shoes, no socks. So, and everyone's just like barefoot with the shirt and like shorts. And I'm like, okay. And then the pastor's like, what's your name and why do you want to be saved? I was like, my name's Braden, blah, blah, blah. I like understand it more than I did when I was little. And that's why I want to be baptized again. So I think that's kind of like when it became like a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
And like being saved and whatnot.
Really solidified in your perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a common experience for people that grow up in the church and surrounded by Christianity, right? Where it's like, I think there's nothing wrong with baptizing kids when they're young, you know, and being really clear about like, do you understand this, understand what it means? But yeah, it's something that Perry and I have talked a little bit about too, is like, when will we either recommend or really like pursue that for our, like, if, you know, if Roran comes to me when he's 8 years old and says, I want to be baptized, like, it's such an interesting thing to think about. Like, how do you know if they really understand? Because like for me, I was similarly baptized when I was probably 5th grade.
Yeah.
And at the time, when I think back to it, it's like, I was just thinking about how, oh, I really believe this, you know, I believe what everyone else around me believes. But then as I got older, I don't think there was a lot of evidence of that belief in my life until like I was a teenager. And then especially until I was in my 20s. And when I was in my early 20s, I kind of wanted to be rebaptized, because then I understood what the baptism really meant too. Because like as a 10-year-old, I'm not at all trying to discount the leaders. I'm sure they explained this to me. But if I think back to it, I don't remember understanding what the baptism was. I remember that it was like, oh, this is the thing you do when you believe X, Y, and Z. Yeah. But then, as you know, in my early 20s, then it was like, oh no, this is what you do when you want to make a public declaration that you believe that, and that by believing that you want to pursue God, and you're inviting people in to hold you accountable to that, you know? And so I had a similar experience. I didn't end up getting rebaptized. But I remember thinking similarly, like, oh, I have a deeper understanding of this, and I want to make that public declaration, you know, especially around the time when it's like seeing some, like a few years later too, seeing people like Shibs get baptized and our friend Jarrett get baptized. It was like, yeah, that they're doing it for the right reasons. Not that I didn't, but you know, it's that public declaration matters. And how much can a 10-year-old be like, you're like, hey, hold me accountable. You know, I mean, you can, you know, for sure. And the church is already doing that. They're raising you up in the word. They should be. But also, I don't know how much that is personal, that decision. So I think that's great. I think that's great. And that makes sense that would be a time where for you, it's, oh, now this is my faith. Like it's personal. That's really cool to hear.
It's because like, I just realized after you were talking about baptism, like, it was right after like the year that we talked a bunch about like baptism and whatnot. So I kind of like understood
at school.
In
Bible class. Okay.
Like Kanai was talking about baptism, the different types of baptisms, like in the Catholic Church and like whatnot. So I was like, oh, okay. So now I know like once again, now I know, understand it more. And now I know like what baptism is, what it means and whatnot.
Yeah. That makes sense. So you had a new appreciation for it.
Yeah.
And then you could be confident in like, this is like a decision for my life and I'm giving it up for Christ.
And then like also with the declaration, like announcing like, oh, I want to be saved and whatnot. Like when you said that, like a picture popped in my head. It was Braden Smith's baptism. He posted like a bunch of pictures of it. And I was like whenever I see like someone getting baptized, I feel like that like joy inside. You know?
Yeah, it's a special thing.
Yeah. And he's like, woo!
Oh yeah.
Like coming out of the water and whatnot. And he was like, everyone's out chasing degrees while I'm chasing Jesus. I think that's
like
what
that. Yeah.
Something
so
like
Braden
that.
Smith was a student at the youth group for a little while too, and he's a good friend of yours and some of the other guys, right? Yeah. For those listening, but I didn't see that. I didn't see that post of his. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it should be something that, like, as Christians, we celebrate. It's good to hear that, like, when you see that is special to you. Because, I think around then too, for me, similarly, like for me, it was like, oh, this is something I want. I want that declaration. It's when seeing other people do it mattered too. Because when I was younger, I don't remember it ever really mattering that much to me. I'd be like, oh yeah, they're doing the Christian thing that we were supposed to do or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you have that appreciation for it, then you do appreciate when other people do too, because you're like, yeah, this is a really important decision.
Yeah.
And I think baptism is so special within the church. We have such a special responsibility to those who are getting baptized. Like, I think to make it really clear to them that the decision that they have just made means they have asked us to be their brothers. Like, and I think we go out of our way to tell them, hey, it doesn't matter what your family situation's been like, good or bad. Mm-hmm. Like God has brought you into his body, and that means that you're my brother, and I'm going to treat you like my brother. And I think that can be really, really powerful and transformative for a lot of people. And we don't just do it for that feeling. We do it because it's true. But I think for, like I think about Jarrett, like he had a hard upbringing and hard family life. And I think that that's something that he needs to know, and he needs to hear, and it matters to him. And so, and like that marks just such a unique moment in people's lives that it should be celebrated. And it's been cool to hear, like Jarrett he'll say, he's like, yeah, at my house, we celebrate the day I got baptized, like my birthday, that's a special day. Yeah. And I think that's so awesome. It's not like all Christians have to do that, but I do think that's a special, like to have a special reverence for that day is really important, cause then also I think it like every year you're remembering, and so you can like refresh. You're like, oh, every year, like, oh yeah, I did ask people to hold me accountable to this. Mm-hmm. Like that's super special. Yeah. So that's cool. Is there somebody specific that like, it sounds like Mr. Canary was used?
Yeah.
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 I think he's just been a big like role model serving as my Bible teacher from 7th to 12th grade. I could always count on him to ask like questions, like just questions to dig like deeper into the Bible and whatnot. So I can firmly say that Matt was one of many people to help me with that. Also, Jared, Mexican K-pop star. Late nights of just talking about like stuff about apologetics and whatnot.
Yeah, we got to have an episode with Jared sometime. We've never done that.
Yeah, he mentioned like, I think probably like season 4 or 5. He was like, you guys were gonna have him on an episode, I think, with like John and Mikey. I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just didn't work out or something. I think scheduling or something.
I think so. I don't know. He didn't go into like why he didn't do it, but he was like, that was the episode I was gonna be on, like recently.
Yeah, we should do that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That'd be cool to hear also, because now like he's a big part of your life.
Yeah.
Sounds like, so it'd be cool to hear some about his life too, because I didn't realize until you've been here at the office and you've just mentioned how often you and Jared talk.
Yeah.
That like you guys were so close.
Yeah, we've been friends since 6th grade. So I remember he was touring the school because I was just like checking out middle school, like, oh, where are the classrooms going to be? And then Julie was like, oh, this is new family, Jared. And so I met him, met his family. I think I was one of the first like families he met.
Sure.
And then one of like the first friends he made at WVCS. So that's one of my proud times. Saying
one of my proudest moments.
Yes.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that until this summer, and it's been cool to hear about how often, like, it's been encouraging to me to hear about how often you guys will just sit in a call and talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Like like that book, that Always Going book.
Yeah.
It's like the first day of his internship. He's like, yeah, you know that book you gave me after I graduated? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I've been reading it. I'm like halfway through it. Jared and I have been reading it in a call. Like first he goes, I've been reading it to Jared. I was like, reading it to him? That sounds sweet. Like in a rocking chair, or and it's like, no, we're just sitting in a call and I'm reading it. And he liked it. I was like, oh, cool.
It's because he didn't have the book.
Yeah, I know. You didn't call me out like that. I had given him his. I had a copy
Jerry's
on my
fault.
I had a copy on my desk for him.
It's Jerry's fault.
Yeah. But that's really cool to hear. Like, it's so encouraging to hear that, two really great examples. So like two people that God has used in your life. One, your Bible teacher and a mentor in your life, right? And he's your pastor.
Yeah.
But then another one that's like a close friend of yours, a peer, right? The same age as you, and you guys read God's word together. You're pursuing Christ together as brothers, walking alongside one another in that. And I think that's really encouraging to hear. It warms my little heart. Let's be real. I probably got a big heart. Look at me. But
so you obviously became an intern here.
Yes.
You had a little bit of familiarity with Christian influence, right?
Yeah.
Was your perception of Christian influence different before you started this internship versus now?
I'd say sorta.
Yeah. How
Because
so?
I mean, I remember like vividly and vaguely. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes. But when Canary was like, "Oh, I'm starting a server. Like, I want you guys to join this community, hang out with friends." And like, because he told us like the whole story of how it started with him and Jake playing Apex and whatnot.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I want you guys to join the server and like play games with people you don't know and try to like spread God's word." And that's kind of like what I thought it to be. Like, oh, a place to hang out, a place to talk to new people and whatnot. And now, like, while doing this internship, I realized I was right, but I was also wrong at the same time. There's more to do. Like, there's like different events, like Bible study, or like there's a prayer event. And like, what else is there?
So many things.
So much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like not just people gaming in the Discord
Yeah.
or getting people in the Discord through games, but
yeah, but that's what my perspective of
sure.
what it was when it first started.
Yeah. I often forget that like you would have been around at the school during the time that Matt was starting it.
Because it was like, what?
In like 2020 or 2021?
Yeah, so like 8th grade, 9th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I often forget that like you have firsthand experience with him being basically pitching it to people, being like, "Hey, this is what it's going to be," you know.
I remember
and for a little while.
I remember when he dropped the merch.
Oh yeah, that first like the beanie,
the sweatpants,
yeah,
the sweatshirts. I was like, because I remember I was in 9th grade. I had a job. I was like, I know what my first paycheck is.
Really?
I want to buy a Christian influence sweatshirt. I never did.
Oh,
I never did.
Well, you have a T-shirt now, don't you?
Yes.
I think you got one like when I came and spoke at the school, right, or something.
Or I think I got it here.
Oh, okay. If you don't have one,
after like a movie night, yeah.
Okay, because if you don't have one by the end of the internship, we got to make sure
that. But just like.
But the longer cross variant.
Yeah, and then the words right there. Yeah. Yep, and it's black. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Good, because man, we got to remedy that today. If you didn't have one.
Yeah, it's somewhere in my room.
Okay. Sure.
I'll wear it on Monday.
There we go.
Boom.
It's required. Yeah. Uniform from now on. We all have to wear Christian Influence t-shirts. They don't show up well on camera.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's just cool. I often forget who was around then and would have had some firsthand experience hearing from Matt about what it was. And I think that's cool. It's cool now. Like, what's it like, you know, I guess maybe this is the same question, but like, what's it like to, what is that, 5 years down the road? Like, did you think then that like, oh, I could be involved in that someday at all? Or
I thought about it. I was like, it'd be cool one day to be like on the podcast or like just help out in general.
Yeah.
And like volunteer. And now fast forward like 5 years.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. Oh, I'm an intern, first ever intern.
Yep, first ever intern.
First
And
ever
last,
intern.
But no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Like first ever intern, I get to do stuff that I like,
Yeah.
being involved with communities and whatnot,
think that's
editing
super
and
cool.
whatnot. Yeah.
It reminds me of what we talked about with Cyrus a little bit, and just how like it's something that Matt started and did,
Yeah.
and then he didn't just mentor us in being like, hey, I want you guys to be involved in this, but also like through time and proximity with Braden, you know, gives an opportunity for Braden to be involved in something. And Matt talks all the time about like part of his role as a leader in the church, as a pastor, you know, a Bible teacher, is just starting things, like help being a part of starting things to give other people opportunities to use their gifts. And I often, for Christian Influence, think about how like, oh, he did that and it's an opportunity mostly for us and then the volunteers, but it's cool. there's just so many of his students that have just, even in ways that like, every now and then I'll find out about a student that's like, oh yeah, I helped him do this at the beginning. I'm like, I had no idea you were involved at all. And this thing that I now run. Yeah. And some students like, oh yeah, I was there at the beginning. Where were you? They don't really say that, but it's like, it's just fun. Yeah. It's fun to hear about. And, cause like I didn't get involved until like well into it was almost a year in or something when he had been doing it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a cool perspective. Did you play games with Matt then, or was it mostly just the other guys?
It was mostly like Luke Solinger. Like
shout out.
Yep, shout out. I forgot what his game. Yeah, I forgot what his gamer tag was.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is.
I think it's like 1 shot, 1 kill.
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Nice, you got him.
Yep.
Shout out 1 shot, 1 kill.
Yeah, we like played Apex back, I think 8th grade with you remember Tegan, right? Tegan Swing?
No.
Nope. Shoot.
You're giving first and last names for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Doxing a lot of people.
No, you didn't doxed anybody.
Oh, shoot. But
just kidding.
Yeah, his younger brother Tannen, me, him, and Luke would play. I think it was spring break of 8th grade. We played ranked Apex, and I got started from bronze and got all the way to diamond in 1 week. And I was like,
in 1 week?
Yeah,
that's a lot of playing.
Yeah, countless sleepless nights, pretty much.
Yeah, that just sounds like your normal schedule. But
all right.
He comes in every morning. He comes in. He's like,
I'm tired.
Like, when did you go to bed? It's like 9 a.m. right now. It's like 4, 5.
9 a.m. meetings.
Okay, that happened. Okay, that happened once, and it was a later meeting. It happened later in the day.
That's true.
I was
by
just
like an hour.
I swear it was like 12.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
you're right.
12 or 1.
You're right. There was an afternoon or a noonish meeting. Yeah, somewhere around there.
No, because I was sitting on the couch out there.
It's a comfy couch.
It is.
It's a very comfy couch. I can say. From experience, it's a comfy couch. No, because I'm just like, I have my phone in my pocket. I'm just like laying there, and then I just close my eyes, and then I just hear like, because I thought I was dreaming, and then I just hear Jerry, Braden.
Braden.
I'm like,
Braden.
I'm like, what? The meeting's over, and I'm like, oh, was I asleep? Yeah, you were.
Just a little bit.
Just a teeny bit.
We just let you go. We were talking about.
Yeah, we only stopped you once you started, snoring so loud that we.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a cartoon character. Me. Some of that stuff, Has there been a project here at like something that you got to do or be a part of that has been like that you feel proud of that you did, whether maybe a specific episode you edited or
the Daniel Green
really?
reaction one.
Okay.
Because I was editing it. And I was like, oh, this is like the quickest one I've gotten done so far. And then after that, I just forgot how to do everything. Countless times where I have to ask Levi, hey, I need some help, pretty much.
Well, that's a huge part of why you're doing this, though, is to learn.
Yeah.
That was funny.
I have a grudge against Levi, I guess.
What?
Oh, my. Whoa. Hold on.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I'm afraid of Levi. I always ask Levi for help.
And now he has a grudge against me.
Well, I think grudge is a strong word. I know. I meant to say like I should have used a different word. That's what I meant. Okay. But
just a hatred.
Yes, I think I have a Levi with all of my soul. Just kidding. No, I love you, Levi. I love you.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean, it's been cool, though, that, we've had to learn a lot to do any of the things we're doing.
A long time.
It takes a long time.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. The number of times I have had to say, Levi, can you show me how to take the garbage out has been unreal.
No, but it's like...
he still gets it wrong.
Yeah. Somehow it always ends up all over the floor. Sorry, go ahead.
But I got faster at editing that episode. I got it done relatively quick.
Yeah.
And... also, I just like the message that he proposed in that video. Because I remember I texted you. I was like, I watched the full video last night. And I like really liked it. I find like Daniel Green being agnostic, saying like a booktuber saying, I don't believe in Christ. Like, I don't believe any of that. But goes and reads the Bible on a long trip across America. Like, it just like God. You can see God moving.
Yeah.
Anywhere, honestly. But I just find, because he also does like towards the end, he was like, I don't say that I'm a Christian, but I do believe a little bit in.
Yeah. He was like, I love Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a follower of Jesus, but I'm not a Christian.
He's like, if anything, a follower. Yeah.
And it's just like,
which is funny.
all right.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, from a different perspective, like I think Levi and I both said that we really loved that episode, like making it. At least I did. I felt really proud of that one.
Yeah.
I think this season, it's okay to say that we're proud of some of it. You know, we should be, and we should be. We should seek to be good workmen. And yeah, this season has been about like, how can we try and put more work into preparing something that's worthwhile for us to talk about, and so therefore worthwhile for people to listen.
Yeah.
And that was an episode that I was fired up. Like, I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
And then when it was done, it was like, I walked away feeling like my soul was enriched from that conversation.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt after watching the video. I was like, wow, that's a good video.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, and you got to be a part of like putting that piece of content together and
shadowing Shibs.
Because and then editing it.
Like, because you had to like do different stuff for like a reaction video. So I got to because I got to learn that from the one and only Shibs,
the master himself. Yeah, he's bowing right now out there.
Yeah.
He's bowing out there right now. That's actually an episode that we've gotten a decent amount of reactions and response from, with the short form stuff. Like, we found that a way that God seems to be really using this show, this season at least, is, it doesn't get a ton of traction for the episodes themselves. I mean, people listen to it, but making it into some clips that people can see. And that one's had some cool responses from people, like some parts of discussion that was really encouraging. And so you got to be a part of making that. And content has been something that at Christian Influence, it's been like, how do we really want to use this? We want to make sure it's worthwhile. Like, we are being good stewards of the time that people have donated and given to this ministry and God's time and all of that. And it's been cool to see just that, like, this season there's been some of that, and I'm glad to hear that you're proud of getting to be a part of that episode, because I'm proud of it too. It's a good one.
And also, like, one thing to like what I expected on the internship. Yeah, I was like, how hard can it be? Because let me tell you, this is gonna be funny. Levi, you might laugh, but let me tell you some lore of a legend. Do you get it? Jared said I was practicing like this whole like thing with Jared.
See, I told you to build.
Yes, I got it. No, because Jared said like he's definitely gonna laugh after that.
Yeah.
So
I just think he's laughing because of the slow burn. Yeah. But go ahead, tell us the lore of this legend.
Cody Holland.
Ah, the legend himself.
Once again, mentioning Cody Holland.
Kodzie
Highlander.
Kodzie Highlander. Oh, that's his. Yeah.
That's like a story that Canary wrote.
Yeah,
his nickname. Yeah, but it was his first day. He was like, I didn't go. I was like, why not? Like, why not? And it was
his first day of what?
Like, he was gonna come to the internship. And he's like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore.
Wait, that's how he said it to you?
Sorta. He was like, he said, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No, but he was like, it's not something I want to do. He's like, I don't want to do editing. Yeah. That's not my forte. Or missionary work is not. I mean, I like it, but it's not like, not me. Yeah. That's not me. Shout out that t-shirt. School t-shirt. That's not me.
I don't know what you're talking about, Braden. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to shout out some rapper or something.
No.
That's not me. Shout out Lil Wayne or something. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's one of the like school shirt, school like first of the school year t-shirt. Okay. It was saying like, that's not me. Oh. I think Oh, it's probably when I was like in 6th grade.
Wow,
So that's
It's a few years after me. Yeah, we didn't establish this,
a couple years.
but Levi and I were technically students for 1 year that he was a student.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, preschool. We were seniors, right?
no.
Oh.
I was in 2nd grade when you were a senior.
Bro, I'm sorry. So
All
3
right.
years.
You're horrible.
I'm so sorry. I thought it was like 1 year. I thought.
No.
Well, it's
Okay.
actually 4 because if he was in preschool and then in kindergarten
Well-
and then 1st grade and then
Wait, yeah,
2nd
you
grade.
did come freshman year. That's right.
Yeah. So
Oh.
literally every year I was there, he was there. My
Yeah.
mistake. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's move on.
Me and Jerry were best buds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Best friends. Totally. Yeah.
No. But he was saying like, it's not me. This isn't me. And he was like, it was at young adults. It was at his house. He was like, oh yeah, Jerry might mention it to you. Like, if you want to do this internship. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like thinking about it. I was like, okay. Waiting. I was like, I want to do this because I like thought about it for like a day or two. And then you messaged me. It was like, you want to do this internship and whatnot? I was like, yes. Yes. Yes, I want to.
As the kids say, you said bet.
I probably did say that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think you did.
Maybe.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I remember, because Cody and I had been talking about just like what was next for him. And like he had been talking with me about that and like what was next after youth group and what would that look like. And, he was talking about like what roles at the church that he would want to step into volunteering or something like that.
Yeah.
And out of that conversation came like, oh, what if we did an internship? And so because him and I had already been talking, that's why it was like, this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, it was interesting to hear because like that was the plan. He had signed up to do it. And then he called me one day and was like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I just want you to know I'm thinking about not doing it. And he explained why, and it made sense. And I said, well, I want to make sure you've prayed about it. So you don't have to let me know today. Pray about it. Get back to me in the next few days, And I had mentioned, like, I said I had lunch with you guys during that end of the school year. I had mentioned it to him, and it seemed like that was the plan. He had signed up for it. And then, like, the next day, you and I got lunch.
Yeah.
And literally the next day, Braden tells me, because I told Perry, like, yeah, I think I'm going to have Cody do this internship, right? And she's like, oh, that makes sense. And that's a great thing, one of your students. And then I had thought, like, oh, I wonder if, like, I don't want the other guys to feel like I overlooked them. Not just you, but any of the other guys. Like, I didn't ask Grady or Jared or any,
Yeah.
But it's just the idea came out of a conversation with Cody. But then I was like, well, I don't think they'll think that. And if they do, I'll talk to them, like I'm going to tell them, hey, I didn't overlook you. We just have one intern, whatever. But the next day I'm getting lunch with you and I'm like, oh, tell me more about like what your plans are. What do you want to do with your life? And you're like, I really want to be a missionary. And I was like, really? I feel like a jerk. Like, seems like I kind of did overlook this apparently because I didn't know
Just
that,
a little bit, yeah.
And so I'm glad that God worked that out, like Cody said, hey, I'm thinking about this. And he's like, Braden kind of wants to do something like this someday. And I was like, I know. And I've been praying about that. And I honestly, Cody, if you decide not to do it, that's okay. I just want you to make that decision for the right reason, and because you think God wants you doing something else. And he chose not to. And he told me, he's like, but don't worry. I already told Braden you're going to ask him, which I was planning on that.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I was like, man, it's a good thing I'm planning on asking Braden because if not, that would have been bad.
That would have been so tragic.
Yeah. Can you imagine if? Yeah. But no, I was like, no, this makes sense. And it wasn't ever because it was never like you were the second choice either. It was like, then that next day talking to you. Yes. That next day talking to you, I was like, yeah, it would be great to have Cody, but this makes more sense. It makes more sense to ask the student that's like, I enjoy media production and I want to be in missions.
Yeah.
I want to be in missions someday. And so, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that he talked to you about it though. And that it's good to hear from one of his peers how he actually talked about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see him Sunday.
Why do you think they're afraid of you?
Oh no. Shaking in my boots over here.
Whoa. Okay. That's so funny. Was there like growing up or any, even now, is there something specific about missionary service that has attracted you to it?
I mean, like when I was little, they were like, let's see, they were also like, they were hyping it up. They're like,
Oh yeah.
they're like, these people went to so and so and did this. These people went to this place and did this and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna go on a trip one time. And I'm kind of manifesting stuff now. Like, I've been to Mexico 4 times, been to Panama once during the summer. Like,
it's almost like God is manifesting it.
True, yeah.
I saw that. Chibs.
But
got to be careful with that new age terminology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yep.
I was concerned for a moment.
You're good.
It's all good.
But and then, like, I think my junior year, the pastor, when I went to Mexicali, they're like, I was like, yeah, I want to be a full-time missionary at some point in my life. They're like, oh, would you want to stay for a year down in Mexico with us? I was like, I would, but let me talk to my parents first.
That's smart.
Yeah. My rational thinking actually kicked in for once.
Nice. That prefrontal cortex.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, sounds about right.
It's still, we're still working.
Yeah, it's still developing.
Yeah, it's still developing.
It's almost. Yeah.
Till you're 25, but
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
But then they're like, my parents were like, yeah, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you want to do. We support you. And then, I was like, how am I supposed to do that with college? So, and then I did good in school, and then I have the 2 free years at Chemeketa, and which is a small community college.
Yeah, it's a local community college.
For the listeners, thinking I'm so smart that I'm going to a university. No, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. But then I was like, I might have to wait a couple years because I can't take any a gap year between that.
Yeah.
So I had to do the 2 years, and then I could probably go to Mexico, stay there for a year.
But is there something about so the distinction between, missions work, right? Being a missionary and then, for example, working as a biblical counselor or a pastor or something like that. Is there something about missions that's the community. Yeah. What do you mean by that?
I think when I went to Mexico, I saw their houses. We take everything so for granted.
Yeah.
And just the kids, they're so grateful. Ellie Miller, one of her responses from our daily reflections.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she was saying that the kids don't know us, but they are so grateful and they want to give us stuff, even though they don't know us. They think we're so cool, and they look up to us, and they're willing to give everything for to us, even though I said, not knowing us at all.
Yeah.
And also and one another reason why I like it is because of the outreach, the Vacation Bible School aspect. Serving in small communities and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like missions work.
So you've done Mexico a number of times.
Yes.
Done Panama.
Yep.
Interned here for quite a while. You still have a ways to go in your internship.
A couple
few more
weeks.
Yeah. But do you feel drawn towards a specific mission field or type of ministry in particular?
I think before I wanted to go into finance and accounting, I was thinking I want to be a youth pastor, which I've talked to you a little bit about, and then eventually become a pastor at some point. But that was when I was starting to understand the Bible more and fully cementing my faith and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I was that'd be cool to do that. But then all the mission trips came, and I loved that more. So I feel like God's calling me to be more of a missionary than a youth pastor or a pastor. But I always wanted to also serve as a youth leader.
Yeah.
Which I've talked to you a little bit about.
Yeah.
because like ever since like middle school youth group, I was like, they're so cool. Like I want to be, they're so cool. No, but I was like, I like the role that they have,
Yeah.
like being involved with the kids and then all that. It was just like, I want to be like a youth leader and help serve with like youth and serve in the church.
Yeah. I mean, there's been important and special leaders in your life that have served that role, right? Like Pastor Matt and others. And yeah, that makes sense. And there's something special about missions, which is like, you kind of have to serve a pastoral role in missions. You're just the one that's like, I'm going to go and do that somewhere else where there isn't one already, right? Like that's the So it's like, yeah, if God has been building that up in your life and has been saying, hey, you know, like giving you the opportunity to serve in a pastoral role someday, then you'd still be doing that if you were in Mexico or Panama or online or whatever it looks like, whatever the field is. That's the kind of thing that I've learned about missions work is that it is just, it's like an uprooted pastor moving somewhere else, you know, and pastoring a group of people somewhere else. And it's very cool. So it makes sense that you'd be drawn to that. And also because there's so much service mindedness involved with missionary work. Like how can you go and serve people somewhere else to show them the truth of the gospel? And it seems like from my perspective, it seems like you're very drawn to that, like seeing the way that you've served in Mexico and things like that. It seems like you're very drawn to that service element, the physical service element. So that's very cool. You kind of already told us a little bit about when you began first thinking about becoming a missionary, right? Like when you were in high school going on those mission trips, right? You wanted to maybe be a pastor or something like that someday because of the relationships in your life. I mean, I can relate to that. I think Levi can relate to that to some extent, right? Like I remember being in middle school, high school thinking, oh, these are like the most important people to me. I'd like to do that for someone else. And then going to Wyoming and Guatemala, things like that, and going, oh, maybe I want to actually do something like this. And then abandoning it. But here I am, right? But yeah, I mean, I think that it's really cool to hear just from another person, like the way that God has been using the experiences, the people that he's used in your life to show you that matters. And he can use you in that way in other people's lives because people have been used in your life in that way. And it matters, you know, it really matters. You know, Pastor Chad Harms, who has been on the show forever ago, man, we got to have him back sometime. He said something to me when we were like 21. He was like, hey, you know, there's a like cripplingly low number of people that want to become pastors. And we were talking, he was just talking about, I was like, I think just a huge part of it is a lack of realization. Like as people grow more isolated, less people are being impacted in this way, or if they are recognizing the presence of people that are impacting them in a pastoral way. Because if less people are recognizing that or being impacted in that way, then less people will be prompted to go, oh, I want to do the same for others, right? I want to make a difference in that way in other people's lives. Which is why he's like, you recognize that. Maybe you should consider it. And I was like, whatever, you know, at the time I was like, that sounds crazy. But it just does seem like the more I've talked to people that are in pastoral roles, often they're like, yes, somebody very intentionally poured into my life in that way, right? And yeah, that doesn't seem to be a coincidence, right? It doesn't seem to be a coincidence at all. But that's really cool to hear. So you're drawn towards missions work. Did you say where though? Like an area, like
just wherever, pretty much.
You have plans to serve in Mexico, right? When you're done with your degree?
To get after my associates,
Okay, and you're going for accounting, right?
Yes.
Pretty solid. Very cool. Oh, it's just not often that people say that.
Oh,
I do think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool movie, The Accountant. I've seen it.
That's definitely the same line of work.
Oh, okay. You are Ben Affleck. But okay, so you plan. That was going to be my next question. Is like, what steps do you plan to take next, right? So like, you have a plan to serve a couple of years. It sounds like in Mexico, and then you do someday want, you said, to be a full-time missionary. What are some of your plans moving forward to move towards that?
Like, I guess obviously one of them's to go like on frequent mission trips.
Yeah.
Let's see. I usually go like with this school.
Mhm.
They usually went with this group, these folks named Jane and Kevin.
Okay.
So I have a good relationship with them, their family. I went to Mexico 3 times with them, 3 years in a row. I loved their drive to be missionaries. They've been doing it for 20 plus years.
Wow. That's great.
So I loved their drive. Like I said before, they are, I think they're one of my inspiration to be like a missionary. Cause I was talking to them about like how it like started and whatnot. They're like, yeah, they just same as me. They loved, like the community and like the outreach.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So I think that's one of my motivations to become like a missionary at some point.
Yeah.
Was one of their influence on the trips that I've gone.
And so it's good that you've got a good connection with some people in a specific area.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they've made like a readily available opportunity for you to serve with them. You know, cling to those mentors, right? The people that are already doing something that you think God wants you doing, you know, something that brings glory to God, and serve alongside them. Because I mean, if you're being faithful to God in that way, He'll show you where He wants you, you know, and that's a great thing. That's super, super cool. So your plans are kind of like you said, you're going to go work on your accounting degree and then come back from that and maybe go on some mission trips in the middle there, maybe with the school, maybe not, but then go serve with them for a couple of years, or
serve for a couple of years, and then if that doesn't end up working out, then transferring to a university.
Yeah, because then you'll be smart enough to go to a university, or is that how it works?
Yeah, I'll be smarter.
Yeah. Okay.
And Shiz is just dying.
I didn't know that's how universities work. They're like, you got to be a certain smartness.
No. That's just how
They just want your money, dude. They don't care.
True. But like, I feel like, also I just wanted to transfer to a bigger school. So that's my plan. If I don't serve in Mexico, transfer to hopefully Oregon State.
Cool. Well, I mean, we'll get
my bachelor's.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I mean, we'll be keeping an eye on the journey that you're on for the next few years.
Yeah.
I'm highly invested in seeing where God takes you, and we'll be, especially if you're going off to Mexico in a few years, like we'll be cheering you on.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. And I think if you did serve there for a couple of years and you came back, it'd be really cool to have you sit here with us and talk again about that. I think that'd be so awesome. But yeah, those are good next steps, like towards that direction and whatever God has for you in that. Missions work is just so special. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to go back to Guatemala someday. I don't know if I'll ever get to, but that would be so fun. So cool.
Is there anything that you're hoping God develops within you over the next few years?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a tough question.
Kind of like how Pastor Matt was like, there were years where he's like, I just don't like dealing with people's problems. God, would you change that in me? You know, like everybody has something at some point where they're like,
I don't know how to answer that. Like, I don't know how to answer that.
You feel you've peaked?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think like patience, and also like to get out of my comfort zone a little bit more. Cause like I've gotten out of my comfort zone to go to like Panama and to Mexico, but like to live there for a year or two, that's definitely stepping out of my comfort zone.
Sure.
That's something that I feel like I would have to like pray to God, be like, can you help me if I do serve, like protect me and like help me build my confidence to like, I don't know, live there for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So I think that's one of the major key things that I want him to develop over the next few years.
Yeah. Develop a like a resilience and dependence on him and in things that are uncomfortable, like a willingness to be uncomfortable, I think is the way Pastor Matt sometimes says it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Or when we had Gaga on the other day or whatever, he was saying like, be comfortable being, no, what did he say?
Being comfortable with God and with the Bible and with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost being within you, being at ease with that, so that whenever anything else comes your way or any new teachings or you realize anything about yourself, you can be able to change accordingly. And it's not something that like rocks you in your relationship towards them.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't really matter how comfortable you are with the things going on around you. Being at peace with them is so much more important.
Yeah. Being comfortable with God.
Yeah.
Like,
having your comfort be with God rather than comfort in other things.
Which is, something that like, that's something that God develops in us over time too. And so, I would hope that he develops that in all of us. But especially for you, if you're planning on being in another country, surrounded by a culture that's totally different than the one you're used to. And, I hope also and pray that God will give you opportunities to practice clinging close to him and being comfortable in him, because that would stretch you for sure. It would stretch me and it would stretch a lot of people to be in a different country for a long period of time. But if that's where God wants you to be, then that's a great opportunity. So, So then how can people listening or watching, how can people be praying for you and for you as you discern your future?
I'd say they could like pray for me, like obviously like when it comes close to like when I do serve, like they could pray for me saying like for safe travels and whatnot. And also like prayers for like throughout college, I guess, like that I have the readiness to do that. I have the discipline to do this. I have the motive to do it, and not to get like, be like, oh, it's college. It's not like high school where you can just goof off and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like stay ready for anything, pretty much.
Like to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I think that's a good thing to ask for prayer for. Yeah. I mean, so like for those listening, a huge part of the last, 6 to 8 episodes or so of this show, Braden has had a huge role in and a huge role. But also, for those that are not in the Discord, you should join the Discord, discord.gg. Are you want to say it?
Nah, you got it.
Okay, discord.gg/Christian Influence. Because you can get to know Braden there. He's running some events and he's been running 2 prayer events a week, like prayer circles and then some community game events. And he'll be running some more before his internship is over. But I'm proud of him. Levi's angry with him, but I'm proud of him. Just kidding. No, the fear thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, we're proud of him. He's been doing a good job. He's been learning, and I have appreciated his resilience. He's been coming back, learning, asking for help, and I hope that some of this is something that has been a good experience for you, and taught you something moving forward. And I am encouraged and proud to see a young man graduate and say, I want to serve as a full-time missionary. I think that's great. Yeah. I didn't have the bravery to say it on camera where people can be like, you said this, dude.
Yeah, I told you accountable.
Yeah. I didn't. I remember having lunch one time when I was 19 with some of our classmates. We all got together, went to Panda Express, and I was like, I think I want to serve in youth ministry. And I told like 2 people, and then didn't, right? But you've told quite a few people.
Yeah.
And you are serving in a way immediately after high school that could feed into that. I didn't do that. I think that's great. And I'm proud of you for that. You're putting your money where your mouth is, and that matters. That matters because when you tell God, hey, I think I want to do this for you, then you should do it. That's a good thing. So good job. All right. Did you have anything else you want to tell the people?
Not really.
No.
Well, good.
Anything you want to plug?
You got a Twitch channel or something?
No.
No? Didn't you and Kodzi just start a cooking
Oh,
Didn't you guys talk
yeah.
about
cooking
that?
Instagram?
Cooking Instagram. You should follow it.
Is it legit? Are you guys actually posting stuff?
We should.
Ah.
Cody hasn't sent me the stuff to put on it, but
So you're gonna plug a page with nothing on it?
hey, we'll get out content soon. I promise. I promise.
Bring me on as a guest. I'll cook spaghetti sauce for you.
Hey, Shibs has legendary spaghetti sauce. I mean, it's world renowned.
I mean,
That's only because he hasn't had my spaghetti sauce. But, dude,
hey, talk to Cody on Sunday about it.
okay.
I mean, yeah,
We grew some tomatoes,
nice.
boiled them, made
Nice.
fresh, like homemade spaghetti sauce last year. I still have some in my freezer. It was
Nice.
amazing. Very, very good. It's best spaghetti sauce I've ever had. So good.
Look, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. So we need to have a cookout or a cook-off, Shibs.
Yeah, me and Cody will judge. Yep.
All right. Yeah. Put it on your Instagram.
Talk to
Yep,
Valerie
yep,
at
yep,
church. She's been dying to have a cook-off.
Really? I think that'd be so awesome. Sorry. Levi was trying to say something.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's all good.
Oh.
But before we go, we do have one more question for you though, and this might be the most important one.
Shoot, is it the joke?
Tell us a joke.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Hang on. A fish with no eyes.
Or with
fish?
Or with
A sockeye?
no, like a fish with no eye. There we go. There you
Fish
go.
with no eye?
Yep.
Fish.
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 The best part is that you had to start it over.
Yeah. I got it from Ryan Trahan.
Okay. Wait, is that like the toy kid?
What? No.
No?
He's the one that like crosses America with a penny. He gave a penny to Mr. Beast.
Oh, what am I thinking? Orion's toy reviews is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, Braden, we're proud of you. Thank you for doing an episode of the podcast. I'm glad you got to sit in that seat and be on the show. You know, it was important that like as much of what we're doing here at Christian Influence that we could give you an opportunity to be a part of. It was important that we did that. And so you got to do an episode. You've edited quite a few. You're doing some Discord events, and I hope the time was worth it. It's been worth it for us.
Also, the Instagram is called We Cookin'. We_cookin. COOKN. So
Awesome.
go follow.
We cooking.
Yeah, we'll put a link in the doobly doo.
And
Or
the
he will.
doobly-doo.
He will.
Yeah, I'll
he
do it.
will. Yeah.
In the doobly doo.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. And for those listening, we love you very much.
Roll the outro.
That's a good one.